God's advice today. Have you ever felt that God is trying to speak to you, yet in the busyness of life, His signs go unnoticed? This message invites you to pause, reflect, and open your heart. Perhaps this is exactly what you needed to hear today. Watch until the end with openness, and if these words touch you, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell to receive more messages like this. Don't forget to check the pinned comment for a 1-minute prayer and a recommended message to help strengthen your faith even more. God said, "My beloved Son, receive these words as an embrace that reaches the deepest place of your heart, because today I visit you with a restoration that cannot be explained, only felt. I am wiping away the tears you never told anyone about. I am gathering the pieces of your exhaustion and turning them into strength. I am touching with my peace exactly where your soul felt there was no way out. I will not allow fear to determine your future, because your future is in my hands, and my hands do not fail. You were not created to live suffocated by anxiety nor to walk carrying the weight that the world tried to place upon your shoulders. Do you feel ready for a profound change in your life and in the lives of those you love? Sometimes, all we need is a small step of faith to open the doors of abundance, peace, and the blessings that God has already reserved for us. A simple 1-minute prayer can be the beginning of a spiritual journey that transforms the inside and reflects on the outside. If you desire to attract more light, balance, and prosperity, spiritual and material, click the link in the first comment. There, you will find a simple practice, guided with love, that can help you connect more deeply with the divine presence in your life. I remind you today of my eternal promise. I am the Good Shepherd. The Good Shepherd lays down his life for the sheep. John chapter 10 verse 11. My son, if I gave my life for you, why would I leave you now? If I carried you when you had no strength, why would I abandon you at the moment you need me the most? Rest your mind in me. Silence your fear for a moment, and let my voice guide you. I am rebuilding your hope, aligning your path, opening doors, and strengthening your faith. Be at peace, for I am with you. Comment, I trust in the love of God, He is my refuge. My son, I know how hard you tried to appear strong while everything inside you felt like it was about to fall apart, and yet you kept going, breathing deeply, holding back tears, trying to convince everyone, and even yourself, that everything was fine, when in truth your soul was crying out for rest. But today I ask you, let me enter exactly into that place you have always feared to open, the hidden space where you kept old wounds, words that hurt, memories that still ache, fears you never dared to confess. I am now silencing the voices that tried to steal your peace. I am undoing every lie the enemy whispered to make you believe you were not enough, not capable, not worthy of being loved. And as a father who knows every detail of his child's heart, I am breaking the invisible chains that tied you to the past and kept your steps from moving forward. Today you will feel my presence as a silent embrace, yet so strong that no shadow can resist it, because I walk with you in days of glory, but I stay even closer on the days when you believe you are alone. My light is entering the forgotten corners of your soul, igniting hope where there was fatigue, restoring clarity where confusion reigned, and planting courage where fear once lived. And nothing will stop what I am doing in you. Comment, I choose to trust in the peace of God that calms my storms. My beloved son, pay attention to what I tell you now, for these are words that carry anointing to transform your story. Just as it is written, commit your way to the Lord, trust in Him, and He will do it. Psalm 37 verse 5. Today, I ask you, give me not only your problems, but also your expectations, your deadlines, your comparisons, and your frustrations. I know that sometimes you look around and it seems like everyone is moving forward while you remain in the same place, but I say, your times are in my hands, and I do not delay what I myself have prepared for you. There are things you think take long, but in truth, I am aligning, adjusting, protecting, building, and preparing so that nothing steals what is yours. My son, this is the moment when I turn your patience into harvest, your waiting into testimony, your faithfulness into victory. You are too loved to receive anything halfway. You are too precious to grow in haste. I am taking care of every detail, and when I act, even you will be surprised by the speed of what once seemed impossible. Comment: God's timing is perfect in my life. My beloved son, I see every thought that tries to bring you down when no one else is watching. I see when you try to believe, but a wounded part of you keeps whispering that maybe you will never make it. But today I declare deep renewal over your mind, because I do not want you to live trapped in the memories that wounded you, the words that diminished you, or the experiences that made you doubt your worth. You are not what happened to you. You are what I breathed into you before the foundation of the world. You are chosen, set apart, anointed, and marked with purpose, and no lie, no contrary voice, and no shadow of the past can erase what I placed inside you. From now on, you will see your mind being reorganized like a field prepared for a new season, because I am pulling out by the root every toxic thought, every internal pattern that limited you for years, every narrative that made you believe you had to accept less than what I dreamed for you. Did you know that there is an effective method to attract greater financial prosperity? This technique can help transform your deep-seated beliefs and change the way you perceive reality. It had a profound impact on my life, and we would like to invite you to explore this special practice. When we trust that God wants to act in our lives, we gain the courage to ask Him directly. God desires to bless each of us in a unique and wonderful way. That's why it's important to seek His blessings with faith and confidence, believing that He has a special plan for you. If you would like to support our work and the team dedicated to bringing content that inspires and transforms, we invite you to check out our product. The link is available in the first comment, so you can discover how this technique can also help you on your journey. Your contribution helps us continue sharing messages that make a difference. We deeply appreciate your trust and support. As you continue this prayer, remember the promise that gives meaning to everything: God will lift you up in silence, and no one will understand how you overcame what you overcame. This is not because the process will be easy, but because the outcome will be undeniably divine. At the right time, you will witness changes that you cannot attribute to luck, strength, or skill. You will tell testimonies you never imagined would come from your own mouth: how you left that suffocating debt behind, how you broke free from habits that clung to you for decades, how a relationship you thought was dead came back to life, how peace settled in the very place where storms once lived. And when people ask, "What did you do?" you will know deep down that the answer is not about strategy, discipline, or intelligence. It will be a truth whispered from your spirit: God did what I could not. He did it in the nights you prayed when no one saw you, in the moments you cried silently, in the petitions you brought honestly before Him when you felt unworthy, tired, or small. You will see that the seeds you sowed in secret are blossoming in ways that only heaven could produce. Your journey will become a testimony not of luck but of fidelity, not of coincidence but of answered prayer. What is ahead of you is not the result of chance. It is the unfolding of a divine orchestration shaped by every moment you chose to kneel rather than quit, to ask rather than shut down, to hope rather than collapse. And now God seals something sacred over your life, the certainty that you have never been forgotten. You may look back and see a trail of failed attempts, unfinished plans, and relationships that broke along the way. You may interpret this as divine neglect. You may believe that your name sits somewhere at the bottom of heaven's priority list. But that is not the truth. The truth is that God never lost sight of you. Your timeline has not been ignored. Your tears have not been dismissed. Your prayers have not vanished into the air. Heaven has been writing a story far deeper than the disappointments you've experienced. Every quiet season had purpose. Every delay had intention. Every closed door had protection behind it. And so God lifts your face now, not with reprimand, not with disappointment, but with tenderness. He looks into your eyes and speaks gently, "I never stopped watching you. I never let go of you. You were never outside my reach. Even in your worst decisions, I pursued you. Even in your darkest days, I stood at the door of your heart and knocked. I stayed, even when you were convinced you were alone. I waited, even when you walked away. I whispered, even when your world was too loud to hear me." This is the foundation of why your prayer matters. You do not speak to a distant king. You speak to someone who has walked with you through every storm. Someone who has witnessed the nights you barely survived. Someone who knew the fragility behind your strength and the courage behind your tears. And because he has never lost sight of you, he will not lose you now. So as you stand at this turning point, this sacred moment where prayer becomes renewal and surrender becomes strength, let this truth settle deeply in your spirit: your story is not over. Your future is not behind you. Your prayers are not wasted. Heaven has always been more attentive to you than you have ever been to yourself. You are entering a season where God will prove, not through spectacle but through quiet, undeniable transformation, that He has been working all along. You will walk into rooms you once feared. You will see opportunities you thought were impossible. You will rebuild what you thought was permanently broken. And you will understand, not through theory but through experience, that every prayer you ever whispered was heard, honored, and stored in the heart of God. You will rise, not through noise, not through force, but through grace. And when people ask how you survived, how you healed, how you advanced, you will answer with a peace that carries the weight of truth. It was God, and it was prayer, and it was the quiet perseverance of a heart that refused to give up. Heaven has watched you every step of the way, and heaven will guide every step that follows. My son, listen to this truth that must become an anchor inside you. He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Psalm 91 verse 1. I want you to learn to rest in me even when everything around you seems to be falling apart. You are not late. You are not forgotten. You are not at a disadvantage. What I am doing in your life is deeper than what anyone can see, and because of that, many will not understand the process. Do not compare yourself, do not shrink yourself, do not blame yourself. I am positioning you in silence, strengthening you without noise, lifting you up without making a sound. And when the moment of manifestation arrives, those who doubted will see that it was my hand, not the strength of your own arm, that raised you. I am accelerating paths that were stuck, unlocking doors that seemed sealed shut, and preparing divine encounters that will shift your destiny. Do not fear, the harvest I promised you will not fail. Comment, I rest under the shadow of the Almighty, He takes care of everything. My son, I see your efforts, your attempts, your new beginnings, and even your moments of wanting to give up. But today I tell you, I made you to endure, but I also made you to conquer. I did not create you merely to survive emotionally or to walk in constant fear of what might go wrong. I called you to a full life, an abundant life, a life filled with signs of my presence. Your future will not be a repetition of your past pain. I am writing chapters that defy logic, silence your critics, and place you in places your feet never imagined they would stand. You have no idea how big the table is that I am preparing for you. I am pushing your destiny forward with a force no opposition can stop. And when you look back, you will understand that even what seemed like delay was preparation. What seemed like loss was protection. What seemed like confusion was a path. Comment: I believe God is preparing a table for me. My beloved son, listen to this eternal promise, for I know the plans I have for you, plans of peace and not of evil, to give you a future and a hope. Jeremiah chapter 29 verse 11. My plans for you are not ordinary, not small, not mediocre. You were created to go far beyond what you imagine. I placed inside you gifts you have not even begun to explore, dreams greater than your fears, and paths that will look like miracles before your eyes. My son, you are a masterpiece, not a product of coincidence. Where you will arrive is not the result of luck but the faithfulness of the God who chose you before time existed. I am expanding your vision, stretching your faith, removing limits you placed on yourself. You are not who your past said you were. You are who I declare you to be, strong, capable, chosen, loved, protected, and prepared for great things. Comment: I receive the plans of peace and hope that God has for me. My son, I want you to know that your life will not remain stagnant. Movement is coming. Healing is coming. Doors are opening, opportunities are rising, and answers are being released. I am reorganizing your story, placing pieces back where you thought they were lost, restoring areas you believed had no solution. The provision you asked for is being sent. The healing you begged for is being released. The restoration you waited years for is already in preparation. Nothing in you will remain unfinished. And when you least expect it, you will see that what once took years to change, I transformed in days. What seemed impossible, I made accessible. What seemed distant, I brought near. You will live testimonies so surprising that even you would have doubted them had I told you beforehand. Comment: I believe God is restoring everything in my life. My son, keep this truth in your heart, call to me, and I will answer you and show you great and mighty things which you do not know. Jeremiah chapter 33 verse 3. You do not pray into the void. You do not speak alone. You do not shed tears in vain. Every prayer reaches my throne. Every tear falls into my hand. Every request is heard, cared for, analyzed, and answered in my perfect time. Nothing is ever lost when placed in my hands. I am working while you rest. I am moving pieces you cannot see. I am opening doors you have not yet noticed. I am preparing you for something you never imagined. The promises I made to you were not poetry, they were spiritual decrees. And decrees from heaven cannot be canceled by the earth. Comment: God hears my prayers and answers in His perfect time. My beloved son, come close to me now, for this is the moment when I seal a new season over your life. You will walk with more courage, dream with more faith, and live with more purpose. Everything that wounded you will lose its power. Everything that delayed you will lose its influence. Everything that limited you will lose its grip. I clothe you in strength, cover you with grace, and fill you with the presence of my Spirit. From this day forward, you will see clarity where there was doubt, strength where there was exhaustion, direction where there was confusion, and hope where there was fear. You will walk as someone who knows he is loved, valued, and protected by the God who never abandoned him. Your future begins now. Your harvest begins now. Your new season begins now. And nothing, absolutely nothing, will stop what I have determined for your life. Comment: I receive God's new season for my life. My beloved child, open your heart fully, because what I am about to speak flows directly from the depths of my eternal love for you. I have seen the quiet battles you fight inside yourself, the weight you carry when no one else is watching, and the questions that rise within you when the world feels too heavy to hold. You wonder if my eyes still rest upon you, if my presence still surrounds you as closely as before. Hear me, I have never taken my gaze away from you, not even for a breath. Before one moment of struggle touched your life, I had already woven strength into your spirit and victory into your destiny. The path you walk is not random nor fragile, it is divinely guided by my hand, shaped with purpose, depth, and an everlasting promise that cannot be broken. You were created with intention, breathed into existence with meaning, and nothing can erase the greatness I have planted within you. Even when the world closes in around you and darkness presses against your faith, you must know that my light still surrounds you with unshakable force. Your tears have never fallen unnoticed, your fears have never echoed unheard, and your loneliness has never been experienced alone. I walk with you in every silence, every shadow, and every prayer whispered beneath trembling breath. When the pressure of life intensifies and your soul feels weary from carrying burdens that stretch beyond your strength, remember that I am your refuge and your everlasting protector. I see the moments when doubt tries to take root, when discouragement attempts to drain the hope from your spirit, and when exhaustion whispers that perhaps the journey is too long for you. Yet within those very moments, I am closest to you, lifting, guiding, and guarding your heart. Nothing you face is hidden from me. I understand the depth of your pain with a precision no human could ever achieve, for I formed the fibers of your soul and shaped every emotion that flows through you. The challenges that press against you now are not signs of abandonment, they are doors through which strength, maturity, and transformation will rise. Let my words become the anchor you cling to when storms try to shake you. Let them remind you that your weaknesses are not failures. They are invitations for me to reveal my power in ways you could never imagine. Every battle that seems impossible, every fear that feels overwhelming, every tear that falls from your eyes, all of it is seen, known, and carried by me. You were never meant to walk this path alone. My grace surrounds you on every side, shielding you, empowering you, and sustaining you even when you feel like you are running out of strength. Your battles belong to me, and your victories are already written in the book of your life. I fight for you in realms you cannot see, and I move mountains on your behalf long before you realize they were blocking your path. Trust in my timing, even when it stretches your patience, even when it seems silent, even when it makes no sense to your understanding. I do not delay to hurt you, I align everything with precision to bless you. What you perceive as waiting is often my protection. What feels like uncertainty is often my preparation. Rest in this truth, nothing is wasted in my hands. Every setback becomes a setup for greater purpose. Every disappointment becomes fertile ground for unexpected miracles. Do not let fear silence your faith. Do not let doubt cloud your vision. Hold tightly to the promises I have spoken over your life. The journey ahead is not meant to crush you but to shape you into the fullness of who you are destined to become. Walk boldly, not because you have all the answers, but because you know that I am guiding every step you take, lighting every path you follow, and guarding every dream you dare to pursue. Within you resides a resilience that I personally planted, a strength capable of rising even when circumstances attempt to pull you down. I have seen how you continue forward even when the weight feels unbearable, and I honor the courage you show even in your weakest moments. Do not forget that growth often comes wrapped inside challenges. Transformation often emerges from the very places that once felt like breaking points. You are being stretched, not destroyed, refined, not rejected. And with every step you take on this path, you move closer to the fulfillment of promises that have been forming long before you could see them. The victories awaiting you are not small or ordinary. They are abundant, transformative, and filled with purpose. They will make every tear, every cry, every sleepless night, and every hidden battle worth it. Remain steadfast. Let your heart rest in the assurance that my plans for you overflow with goodness, restoration, and joy. What is coming will exceed your expectations, lift your spirit, and reshape the landscape of your life in extraordinary ways. Your story is far from over. In fact, it is still unfolding in ways you cannot yet perceive. What appears uncertain to you is crystal clear to me. You walk through days that feel ordinary, yet I am sculpting miraculous outcomes behind the scenes. I hold visions for your future that shine brighter than anything you have dreamed. Allow these words to open the deeper chambers of your heart, those places where hope once flickered weakly beneath pain. Let hope rise again. Let expectation breathe again. Let faith expand within you like a flame rekindling after a long night. My commitment to your well-being is unwavering and eternal. Even when discouragement tries to erode your confidence, my grace reinforces your spirit. Even when doubts rise, my presence surrounds you like a shield. Do not let temporary emotions convince you that your future is fragile. It is not fragile, it is fortified by my power, shaped by my wisdom, and secured by my love. Surrender fully to me, not in fear, but in trust. When you entrust your heart, your dreams, and your uncertainties to me, you make room for miracles that go beyond human possibility. There are blessings moving toward your life that you have not even imagined yet, outcomes that will leave you breathless, and breakthroughs that will show you how deeply I care for you. I hold divine secrets that I long to reveal to you, insights that will guide your steps, strengthen your confidence, and deepen your faith. I am not merely your creator, I am your comforter, your sustainer, your closest companion. Every whispered prayer you speak is heard. Every silent tear is collected. Every longing you hide is known. I am near to you, closer than the rhythm of your own heartbeat. And a moment will come, sooner than you think, when I will gently wipe every sorrow from your eyes, replacing your anguish with peace, your confusion with clarity, and your heaviness with joy. I speak these words so you never forget the covenant I have made with you, the promise that I will prosper you, guide you, strengthen you, and lead you into the fullness of the destiny I have designed. Do not allow skepticism, fear, or resignation to take root in your mind. You are not abandoned, and you are not forgotten. You are held, cherished, and guided. With a heart anchored in faith and a spirit aligned with my teachings, you will witness great things unfold far sooner than you anticipate. This is your call to trust more deeply, to release hesitation, and to embrace the journey ahead with renewed courage. Yes, obstacles will appear, but so will opportunities for healing, breakthrough, transformation, and growth. Your potential is vast, your calling is profound, and your future is rich with purpose. Remember always, you are never alone. My guidance does not waver. my love does not diminish. My plans for you overflow with abundance, joy, and restoration. Stand tall in the light of my promises, knowing that I go before you in every season, every challenge, and every unknown moment. Your future is not a scattered arrangement of random events, it is a masterpiece, designed with intention and beauty. And as you walk the path I have crafted, the fullness of your destiny will unfold before your eyes. What I have written over your life cannot be erased. Your story is one of resilience, triumph, and everlasting joy, shaped by my will, empowered by my grace, and sealed by my love for you. Continue walking with faith, for within this journey your true purpose will rise, bringing forth blessings, victories, and a legacy that will echo far beyond your lifetime. My child, listen closely, for I speak to the deepest chambers of your being with a clarity meant to awaken strength where fatigue once lived. I see the storms that swirl around you. I see the moments when your heart feels like it is drifting through waves too large to calm on your own, and I see the exact second a shadow tries to settle over your hope. I do not want you to end your days feeling empty, drained, or lost in a fog that steals your joy. I want your spirit anchored, your purpose steady, and your mind sharp enough to recognize my voice even in chaos. When the world moves fast and confusion tries to cloud your judgment, remember that I never created you to wander without direction. I am the one who steadies your steps, who quiets the noise around you, and who draws you back into alignment when the pressures of life attempt to scatter your peace. And though there are forces that move against you, forces fueled by envy, misunderstanding, or ill intention, you must understand that none of them have authority greater than mine. The adversary watches for moments of distraction, hoping to shake your confidence, but those who walk with me will never be overtaken. Every day, I breathe new strength into your soul so you may confront the world not as a frightened spectator, but as a warrior who knows who goes before him. You are on a journey, and I delight in the way you have chosen a path rooted in faith, conviction, and sincere desire for truth. Yet I want you to walk that path with intention, not uncertainty. Your steps should not be hesitant or timid. They must carry the certainty of one who is backed by divine authority. I infuse you with tenacity, not simply to endure difficulties, but to conquer them with a heart that refuses to surrender. The challenges that rise against you are not signs of weakness. They are indicators that you are marked for something greater than average paths could ever contain. And know this, anyone who rises against you with deceit, envy, or selfish ambition is not merely opposing you, they are opposing me. Those who try to take advantage of your kindness, those who attempt to dim your light because they cannot bear the brilliance I placed within you, will not succeed. What is meant for you will not slip from your hands, and no scheme, no hidden motive, no whispered plot will undo the blessings I have prepared for your future. Your battles are mine, and your struggles are moments where I step forward to show my strength on your behalf. When I fight for you, nothing stands. You must understand that the victories waiting ahead are not accidents or coincidences. They are manifestations of my unfailing support. Every time you felt alone, I was reinforcing the path beneath your feet. Every time you questioned whether you were moving forward or simply circling the same place, I was opening unseen doors. You walk under the shelter of omnipotence, my omnipotence, and that means every obstacle contains within it the seed of triumph. Nothing you face today is bigger than the purpose I have placed in your soul. Those who oppose you will one day recognize that the protection surrounding you is not ordinary. They will witness that what I establish cannot be undone by human hands. And in that recognition, you will see how divinely guarded you truly are. So walk with confidence, not arrogance, but a peaceful certainty that you are never alone. Every challenge becomes a testimony. Every setback becomes a setup for transformation. Every tear you cried in silence becomes part of the harvest of strength you will soon reap. Let this assurance fill your heart with courage. You fear losing what you value, yet I tell you, nothing of true worth will ever be taken from you. And when something seems lost, know that I am preparing restoration beyond what your human sight can perceive. Sometimes I allow removal only to replace what was temporary with what is eternal. Do not let fear grip your heart or whisper lies into your thoughts. You have been too strong for too long to fall now. You have endured storms that would have destroyed others. You have resisted despair even when pain knocked loudly at your door. Arm yourself with bravery, not empty bravery, but the kind that is built on trust in my promises. The future I have prepared for you is filled with blessings, healing, reconciliation, and abundance. My peace rests over your home, your mind, and your family. Nothing escapes my watchful eyes, and every sacrifice you made, every moment you sought me even in tiredness, is seen and treasured by me. Your family is under my care. You have prayed for them, cried for them, interceded for them, and trusted that I would move where human hands cannot reach. Because of this devotion, because you give me moments of your day, because you turn your heart toward me even when you carry burdens, I will reward you beyond measure. Prepare yourself now, for you are about to step into a season where your spiritual perception expands. You will begin to notice blessings that were already approaching, signs of renewal that were forming beneath the surface. I am widening your vision, opening your understanding, and sharpening your discernment so you will recognize the good that is coming. Let your smile remain. When you smile, it is like light returned to the world, and it brings joy to my heart. You reflect my image, and I take delight in restoring your brightness. At the end of each day, return to me. Not because I demand it, but because it strengthens your spirit and aligns your purpose. I love when you come to me, not with perfect words, but with sincerity. Open your heart, for blessings are approaching in waves. You live under my safeguard, and everything you receive flows from my grace. Understand this deeply, nothing good in your life is random. It is all shaped by my love for you. Relationships you valued yet lost, those that dissolved in anger or misunderstanding, will be restored in their proper time. Hearts that harden will soften. Those who left will return humbled. What seemed broken beyond repair will be made whole. This is a moment of joy because you realigned yourself with the path meant for you. The adversary tried to claim you, tried to distort your identity, tried to steal your joy, but he never succeeded. He saw your return to me and grew furious, but he cannot touch what I have redeemed. My grace is your shield, my goodness your reward, and my love the force that rebuilds what was shattered. There are many years ahead, years filled with purpose, growth, laughter, miracles, and alignment. Walk them with integrity and truth. Do not drift away from me, for closeness to me is closeness to your destiny. My word assures you that with me beside you, you will overcome every barrier, break through every limitation, and accomplish what once seemed impossible. When you believe every path has closed, that is the moment I reveal my power. I carve roads in wilderness, open doors in deserts, and create opportunities where humans see none. Nothing limits me, and when you place your trust in me fully, nothing will limit you either. In times of pain, run to me. Do not fight battles alone. I place courage inside you so that you may stand strong, but I never intended you to carry every weight by yourself. Hold on to my promises. Believe my words. Lean on my strength. You do not need to prove your worth to anyone. You simply need to remain faithful, and I will unfold blessings that silence every doubt. Those who boast of their own power will exhaust themselves, but you, who trust in me, will do what others only dream of. And now, receive this final truth: you are protected. You are chosen. You are guided. Nothing that tries to rise against you will succeed. Every plan formed to harm you will collapse. Every mouth that speaks against you will be silenced by truth. Every door that was shut will be reopened in a better form. I am with you in every step, every breath, every moment. You are not walking through life hoping for favor. You are walking covered by it. You are stepping into a new season not by accident, but because I ordained it. Prepare yourself for breakthroughs that exceed your expectations. Prepare for peace that settles deeply. Prepare for strength that renews your spirit. Prepare for love that restores what felt permanently damaged. My child, you are surrounded by my grace, filled with my strength, guided by my wisdom, and held securely in my unfailing love. Walk forward now with confidence, knowing that I am your Father, your defender, your guide, and your everlasting source of victory. I hope this message has been an inspiration to you. If it touched your heart, write Amen in the comments and share it with someone who also needs to hear this word. I invite you to click on the first comment, where you will find a special prayer and a suggestion to strengthen your spiritual journey. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to receive more inspiring content like this. See you tomorrow.